and welcome back to the Avoid the Tyrewall podcast. Today we are joined by special guest Gus Burton. Gus, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm 18, British GT racing at the moment, just won the championship. Last year I did GT4 Super Cup on the Toka package. Before that I just did junior racing, Ginetta Juniors, I've done front wheel drive. And yeah, started in go-karts when I was 9 and I've just finished school. So that's me in a nutshell.
Are Ginetta cars as delicate as they look?
Yeah, delicate and expensive. Yeah, they break pretty easily. Any contact as well, which there is a lot of. They're made out of fiberglass, so it's literally just like you have a little crack and then you've got to buy a whole new bonnet or something.
Oof.
Yeah, not fun.
Is there a reason that you wear full helmets rather than the type that rally drivers wear? Like
Do the drivers not wear full face?
No, the normal drivers, they just like wear the microphone.
They just wear the, yeah. I don't know. I think it's just a safety regulation, isn't it?
Do you have to practice driver changes often?
You do, like before the season. Before the season you do, because it's like it's completely fresh to me. Obviously I've never had to hop in and out of a car before. I never had a teammate where I was sharing a car, so yeah, before the season. But then, like for instance, we didn't do any practice driver changes. You do in practice, say we'll do like split the sessions halfway, so I'll do 30 minutes for an hour session. When I come in for my pit stop, we'll like simulate a complete driver change with the timing and everything. But we haven't really done any like, you know, just jumping in and out, in and out, in and out. Once you get used to it, you're used to it.
Do you change the seats like in Le Mans?
We don't change the seats. What you mean, like? Do you mean like seat insert or like move it?
Yeah, like an insert.
So we don't. Luckily, me and Will have got like pretty similar sizes, like body wise. Obviously, I'm 6'4" and he's like 5'11", well 6'30", he likes to say. But yeah, all we do, I hop in, no seat inserts, like the seat fits us perfectly, and then we just got, all I have to do when I get in, pull this lever, push the pedals all the way to the back, and that's me done. So yeah.
If I was your teammate, I'd need to like really like.
Yeah, we'd have to have some serious changes going on there.
What's the most difficult part about driver changes?
There isn't really a difficult part. I'd say the most difficult part is not getting overwhelmed, nerves-wise. It's when you start to get a bit, nervous with the driver changes. That's when you actually start trying to do things too quickly, and that's when you start fumbling different things and not doing up seatbelts properly. Whereas it's one of those where like slow is fast, so you just do it, help Will out, I get in at my own pace, do up the seatbelt slowly, and then it actually ends up being a quicker driver change. But we've got a lot of time to do them anyway. We've got like over a minute to actually hop in and out of the car.
What's the difference between GT3 and GT4?
GT3 is quicker, basically, quicker in a straight line, much more aero. We don't have much aero at all. So like last year in the GT4 Super Cup, sorry, Will's smiling at me. In the GT4 Super Cup last year, we had loads of aero, like GT3 spec aero, but only like 300 horsepower. Whereas now, basically got more horsepower but less aero. So yeah. In answer to your question, GT3 is quicker in a straight line and quicker around the corners.
In your race car, do you have paddles to change gear or a gear stick?
Yeah, it's just paddles like the road car sequential gearbox.
If you could have any driver, dead or alive, to be your teammate, who would you choose? And they can be from any series.
I think alive would probably be preferable. So yeah, it'd be pretty useless if they were dead. What, in terms of having a teammate sharing a car?
It just says teammate.
Sharing a car, I'd go for like Lewis Hamilton because he'd be a quick pairing. But if I'm against someone and trying to beat them, I don't know, probably Mazepin or something. I don't want someone.
Oh, yeah.
If you're sharing a car, you want the quickest person. If you're not, then you don't really.
Yeah. What makes a track bad?
I think a track that doesn't flow. Like a track that's got really like stop-starty corners or like off-camber ones are always not very nice. I don't think there's many on the British GT package that aren't like good tracks, if you know what I mean. But yeah, there are some which I think it's just when they're a bit boring and a bit characterless. I think when, like for instance, Brands GP is probably one of the best ones, or Silverstone GP, because like Brands, if you mess up, you're in a wall. Whereas here as well, or like Silverstone, if you mess up, you just go off on some runoff, and it's a lot less exciting and rewarding when you get that lap time out of it.
you've got to avoid the tyre wall.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, somebody earlier said that they didn't like not Donington, Snetterton. It just didn't go with them. So what's your take on that?
See you, mate. Didn't like Snetterton. I think it's a love or hate track. I think it's one of those where basically if you're not very good at it, you don't like it, and if you are good at it, then you do like it. I personally quite like it. I think it's got a bit of everything, but yeah. When you're in big GT cars though, it can be quite hard to overtake, especially when you've got lots of aero like the GT3 cars, but other than that, I think it's a nice track.
Do you listen to music before a race?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. I think it helps get you in the zone a little bit. And this weekend I actually haven't, because it's just like, I've taken every weekend very seriously, and this one as well, but this is one where I can relax. We've already won the championship, so I'm not under pressure to perform incredibly well. Because I'm not under pressure, just had a really good qualifying session. So yeah.
What like song or artist or genre gets you in like the racing vibe?
Genre, you need a bit of like hip hop or something, get you in the zone. You can't
not One Direction.
No, definitely not One Direction. That's not ideal before you get in the car.
Someone said Eminem.
Eminem works, yeah.
What's your dream road car?
I don't really have one. I just like too many cars. I like Aston Martins and BMW, obviously.
What changes apart from tyres do you have to make for a wet race?
Wet race? That's a good question. Got to ask the engineers that one. So we've actually, when we've been in the wet, we've usually gone on a dry setup just in case it dries. But I'm pretty sure you basically soften the car up a bit more, soften the suspension, get a bit more weight transfer in the car, make it a bit more forgiving, and yeah, just wet tyres, that's about it.
What does this championship mean to you?
Well, the fact that we've won it, or just British GT in general?
Like the fact you won it.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a great thing to have on the CV and to show BMW, and it helps when like, I applied for the Porsche Junior GB thing, which is what Harry King is right now, and I'm in the final four for that, which was announced on Thursday.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, stuff like this championship 100% helps when you're doing it. I didn't think we'd have a shot at it this year, to be honest, but obviously really happy to come away with a championship under my belt.
What's a question you get tired of being asked?
I don't get asked many questions. I haven't got many fans yet. Maybe one day I will.
It's probably how tall are you?
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Or like, you must have grown when I haven't. I haven't actually grown since I was 13, fun fact, yeah. I've grown 1 inch since I was in year 8. So I was 6'3".
Wow, I'm stuck at this height.
Yeah.
I thought of another question and it's gone. Do you have any questions?
Do you run with a wet setup? Do you run intermediates and full wets and
no? So we don't have a like a broad spectrum of tyres we can use. We just we've got wets and dries really. We don't have like softs or whatever, intermediates and wets. It's just wet, dry. Right. And then maybe if it was like, there's been some scenarios where using a slightly, basically an Inter is a slightly worn wet tyre for us, and sometimes they're quicker because they overheat when they've got the big blocks on them and they're brand new, whereas when they've already been worn down a little bit, the blocks on them don't move as much. It's getting a bit sciencey now. But yeah, basically the less tread you have on it, the less hot it gets, and if it's not that wet, you don't need much tread. But yeah, we don't, in answer to your question, we don't have Inters.
Evan's got a question.
What nerves do you feel before you enter a race?
A lot of them. Don't know what nerves specifically, but I think every driver that says they don't get nervous before a race is lying. This is a little bit more chill. If you're like if you're second in the car, as opposed to starting the race, it's a lot more relaxing, if you like. So you're watching the race start from the garage, and then you hop in midway through.
We've got the quiz now. It's general knowledge.
Oh god.
What is the longest British circuit?
I don't know. Silverstone GP.
Yes.
Oh right, okay.
At the 2008 Turkish Grand Prix, which record did Rubens Barrichello break that's since been broken by Kimi Räikkönen?
I have absolutely no idea.
Most laps.
Most race starts.
Oh.
Who's the oldest driver to finish a Formula race?
What, a Formula race, not Formula One.
It's just
Oh
Formula.
my god, 65.
Louis Chiron, aged 55.
55?
Isn't that what the Bugatti Chiron's named after? Ah.
I bet you can find someone doing historic F1 now that's like 75.
Fair play.
Yeah.
How many titles did Fangio win?
5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you name the years?
Sorry?
Can you name the years?
Oh no. I don't even know what. No idea.
51, 54, 55, 56 and 57.
Right, okay.
Which 3 races make up the Triple Crown of motorsport?
Le Mans,
Yeah.
IndyCar, Indy 500, and Monaco.
Yeah. Who's the only driver to ever win the Triple Crown?
He was actually like a neighbour of ours once, and I don't know his name now.